Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here on a Thursday evening. I'm losing what days it is. They all merge into one after a day. It's just about the racing. But we are here on Thursday evening, streaming live the GTMC Season 5, Round 5. And what an absolute humdinger we've got lined up for you this evening. We are at the pinnacle of racing tracks, I tell thee. We are home. We've come home. Racing's come home. We didn't manage with the football, but we're bringing racing home here at Brands Hatch. Beautiful stuff for the GTMC, which is VRC's only multi-category racing series, where the drivers will need to master the cars from the Group 3 and Group 4 across 10 rounds. Drivers and teams will pick a manufacturer to represent during the season and race both their Group 4 and Group 3 cars. The Group 4s will be in the qualifying of 10 minutes. That commences at 8 o'clock and then go on to a 15-minute sprint race, where we will have a short interval and then move on into the Group 3 cars for a lovely 40-minute endurance race. And this is going to be a humdinger here. Qualifying will be a 10-minute session using the Group 4 cars to determine the grid for the sprint race. The sprint race is a 15-minute race using the Group 4 cars, and will begin with a standing start with false starts enabled. I believe they all the qualifying and the sprint will be on the super soft tyres. Then we go on to the feature race. After a random draw, we'll pick a number and the grid will be reversed from that number, the grid being based on the results of the sprint race. And they will race for 40 minutes. I'm whipping through to see the tyres. There we go. Yes, sprint race is on the super softs only, as is qualifying. Then in the feature race, they can use either the super soft softs or medium tyres, but they have to use at least 2 compounds, which is usually the super softs and the softs. And without further delay, I'll tell you some track info. If you don't already know, Brands Hatch GP is a 2.452 mile track with 9 turns. And that's about it really for that one. I'll tell you what the tables are. I'll tell you the I'll tell you the drivers' standings after round 4. And then we'll look at the manufacturers in the chat. Skyjacker saying, "Evening, Petal. Hello, darling." And Pat in the chat saying, "Hiya." Probably not as camp as that, but, you know, I like to camp it up. So Homesick Alien is at the top. He is the leader of the championship, the leader of the pack, the man, the moment, the alien. So he's on 177 points, followed closely by our sprint race specialist, Liam Anfield, on 176 points. 1 point divides the two men. Skyjacker in third on 172 points. Sharen in fourth on 160 points. Uncle B is fifth on 110 points. Turtle is sixth on 79 points, as is Jim in seventh. Well, it's you know, 6th and 7th, they're the same because they're both on 79 points. Pat is 8th on 76 points. Joker's 9th on 74 points. Ranger is 10th on 67 points. Shadow Rider 11th on 63 points. Bunny is 12th on 56 points. Simon is 13th on 47 points. Electric 14th on 46 points. Rido 15th on 35 points. Alpha Nut 16th on 33 points. And the bottom two don't race anymore, so I won't even bother reading those guys out. All of these things, if I go a little too quick for you, in our Discord. You can view them at any time if you join our Discord. It's in the information. If you're watching this, all you have to do is click on About, and that will take you to all the links that you need to get to our website, our Discord, our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitter. I don't know, we've got it coming out of our butts. I don't think we've got Twitter. but, you know, I like to say it anyway, because that's what all the other YouTubers say. So, the manufacturers then, Nissan is leading the way. Their drivers, Homesick Alien and Skyjacker. But in the manufacturers, it's the bottom, it's only one of the cars can elect the points, and it'd be the one that finishes lowest. So, Nissan are on 167 points, Porsche in second on 146 points, Subaru are third on 110 points, BMW fourth on 94 points, Aston Martin are fifth on 84 points, Jaguar are sixth on 67 points, as is Mercedes in seventh on 67 points, Ferrari are eighth on 52 points, Toyota are ninth on 33 points, McLaren 10th on 24 points, and the Mitsubishi is 11th on 7 points. That is all the information I've got for you leading up to this race, with only 5 more minutes to go till qualifying. We are on the edges of our seats. In the chat, Mama Homesick saying, evening thingy, how are you? I am bonsai, thank you. I am up there. I am floating like a butterfly, punching like a bee. I've got the map. I might be able to tell you some corners this evening. We'll see. We'll see if I'm quick off the mark. Let's have a look through the field as they practice in their Group 4 cars, getting ready for the qualifying. And if racing is religion, we are at church. B in the Subaru. The B stands for the B in Baru. I don't know where the Sue comes into it. Don't call me Sue. So Uncle B Darren flying around in his Group 4 Subaru, doing an absolutely fantastic job this season so far in the GTMC Season 5. There is electric in his Ferrari, yet to get to terms with it, but showing good. Every race getting stronger. Sharon, the winner of last week's sprint race, giving a little sideways in the dirt, making a sandcastle before he moves on. The Russian sensation looking good. Then we see a Jokus making his way around in the lone Jaguar. And Digital Blasphemy in the chat saying, hoping for a good result for Ranger. So yeah, Ranger is in the Merc. We'll get to him when we get to him. So Jokus in the Jaguar. Turtle there in the BMW, the lead BMW, I believe. I think he's above Pat in the championship. Car 63. So Turtle, and he feels, we spoke to him in our pit stop on Wednesday evening, and he's feeling quite buoyant for this race. I think he's got high hopes for the BMW. In sixth, there we have the latest newcomer to the Virtual Racers Club, only just joined at the beginning of this season. He's in the M&M's Aston Martin, and he's looking good. He's looking good. Also going around, we have Jim in his Ferrari. The Ferrari, a very tricky car, very tricky to drive, very twitchy. So you can go fast in it, but it's hard to keep that consistency going, and that is what Jim is wrestling with at the moment with his Ferrari. He's just gone for fastest in practice though, so it's looking good. We've got Pat out there, car number 4 in his BMW. He's having a practice start. And then we see the championship leader there, Homesick Alien. And I don't know, I tried to get it out of Skyjacker what he felt the Nissans were going to do here at Brands Hatch, because I don't know, it looks like a bit of a lump, and I think a nice nimble car is the one to be in here at the beautiful racecourse in Kent. I said Kent. I'm just letting them know I am ready, as we all are out there. Liam saying, can you see Jokus? I can see Jokus, can you? I've just seen Jokus. I was driving around chatting about him. I mean, I've lost him now. He must be in the pits. I can see Liam, I can see Jokus, I can see them all. There's Ranger in his Merc. Oh, he's gone Amigos. He's representing his club. That's what the art stands for. Amigos Racing Doctor. I don't know, actually. What the T's? Team, that's it, team. Oh, okay, it's fine now. Lol. And there is Shadow Rider in the second Porsche, Liam being in the other Porsche. Can you see me? I can see you. I saw you in the pits, at least. There you go. Can you see me now? Hey. And there is Liam, just making sure we can all see who we can see. Sometimes we play hide and seek here at the Virtual Racers Club. They go stealth mode, and you can't quite see them all the time. So we're on with Uncle B Darren. Let's get on board. Whoa, he come across Simon rather quickly there. I don't think he was expecting that. Kaboom! Ka-chow! So we're just leading into qualifying at the moment. We can see Skyjacker being the host puts him in the first pit garage, so he gets that benefit of getting out onto the track before the rest of the fields, getting on with his outlap without being impeded by any other drivers, and he does so in his beautiful green and black monster Nissan. And now we can safely say it is on. Homesick Alien could be the second man on track there, following Skyjacker around. So we've got the two Nissans out front. There is Art Ranger, Amigos Racing team. Great bunch of lads. They've got their own Discord. They're out there, and I think they've got racing almost every night. So one to watch out for. I think they've got a YouTube channel as well. I think they do the same. I think a lot of them do the same now with these commentaries. There is Rido in his McLaren. Mama Homesick saying, fingers crossed for Homesick. I don't know. I wouldn't put money on the Nissans around brands. Like I said, things like the Aston Martin, the Nissans, they're quite big cars. They're big cars. I'd fancy something like a Ferrari, a McLaren, possibly. Something, and then the Porsches, definitely. The Porsches are something light and nimble. He says that as Liam goes off of the track. He said outlap though, so it's costing him absolutely nothing. Yeah, but your Jaguars, your Aston Martins, they're quite lumps of cars. But I could be wrong. The Nissan's looking quite nimble at the moment, making its way. It's just gone through Paddock Hill Bend towards Druids. Now it's through Druids, heading down to Graham Hill Bend. There he goes, heading towards Surtees. He's looking planted in the corners. Now it goes up Pilgrim's Drop, or down Pilgrim's Drop, heading towards Hawthorns. There's like 3 or 4 sections of corners: Hawthorns, Westfield, Dingledale, Sheen Curve. Very tricky. So he's gone through Hawthorns, heading towards Westfield now. Ooh, he's out wide a little bit into Dingledale, towards Sheen Curve. Then heavy braking for Sterling's, onto Clearways, heading towards Clark Curve to set the first time of the evening. Digital Blasphemy, non do it like VRC, and the one and only Thingy says Digital Blasphemy. Well, thank you, Digi. I love a little compliment here and there. It makes me feel humble. And there he goes. He's crossed the line to set the first time at 29.383. Homesick Alien automatically beats that by 7/10. Ranger crosses the line, only a 1/10 behind Skyjacker. Turtle next, he's 2/10 behind. Ranger, I didn't know who that was off the track then. And Ranger has gone up into 4th fastest. Oh no, Shiren, sorry. Shiren's gone 3rd fastest, put Shiren, our Ranger down to 4th. Joker's 5th fastest in the Jaguar. Then, they're all changing. They're all swapping and changing. It's a short track, so it's going to be hard to keep on top of all of these things. Uncle B Darren's just gone 2nd fastest in the Buru, in the Scooby. Liam Anfield's gone 3rd fastest in the Porsche. So Homesick Alien at the moment top of the pile with Uncle B Darren in a provisional second place. Liam Anfield planting it in third. Skyjacker fourth. Sharon in fifth with Ranger in sixth. Shadow Rider up there in seventh. Jocus in eighth. Turtle ninth. Electric 10th. 11th for Rido. Simon 12th. Pat 13th. And Jimbo, oh, it looks like that was a tough first flying lap for the Jim. And he's going to do better, I guarantee you that, as Homesick follows Skyjacker around. Can Skyjacker go any faster and shave off those times? He cannot. Homesick Alien does not go any faster. My word. Liam's quite a way off yet. We've got Ranger coming up towards the line, just behind Rido. Can a Ranger go any faster? Rido goes faster. Rido shaves a few tenths off his time. He's in 11th at the moment. Simon also going faster, just behind Rido. There's nothing in it between the two of them. Electric also going faster in the Ferrari. And I can't see where he is. Oh, 7th fastest for the Ferrari. That's good stuff. Liam Anfield going faster, but staying in third. Uncle B Darren crossing the line. Does not go faster on this lap. Pat does go faster. So, oh, Pat, that was Shadow Rider having a bit of an off in the final corner. Jim does go faster. Jim up to 13th, Pat in 14th. But at the moment, the championship leader is really putting his money where his mouth is. Or his mouth where his money is. The Alien. Sitting at the top of the pile, Liam Anfield is our sprint specialist, but it doesn't like he can get much out of that Porsche. With me saying it's the Porsches, the Ferraris, even the Subarus to look out for around here at Brands Hatch. Skyjacker goes a little bit faster and moves ahead of Sharon. Sharon in the Aston Martin. He's doing better times. Turtle's gone faster. He's gone up to 8th place, just behind Electric. Rido also setting a time. A Ranger going faster. He's just behind Sharon by 200ths. And we're watching Sharon at the moment. He's a 10th up. It's not going to be enough to get ahead of Skyjacker. We're getting some fancy camera work here at Brands Hatch. The long distance ones, which is no good if you're watching on your phone. You won't be able to see it. But he's getting a nice tow from the BMW Sharon. And does he go? He goes a 10th faster, not enough to get ahead of Skyjacker. Oh, and we saw the BMW going off. Jim's gone faster again. And that's put him up to 9th. So Jim, that's a lot more respectable in the Ferrari. He's chipping away at that time. He's only 600ths off of the Jokers. The times are very tight here. Homesick Alien 2.23, 2 seconds ahead of Uncle B Darren, who's only 400ths ahead of Liam Anfield. Then Skyjacker is only 600ths behind Liam Anfield. Is he going to go faster as he comes up to the line? We've only got 2.5 minutes left of this qualifying session. And he does go faster, but he just gets it down to 6,000ths of a second from Liam Anfield, but not managing to get ahead of the Porsche. Sharon 4/10ths off of Skyjacker's time, a 10th, just under 2/10ths behind Ranger. Electric, he's only 400ths off of Ranger. Ranger's sitting in the pits. And Electric getting an opportunity to move ahead of Ranger, and he does. There he goes in his Ferrari, up into 6th place. And Joker's there. He's only a 10th behind Ranger, whilst Ranger sits in the pits. He's losing ground to the guys out there. Uncle B Darren's got it on pole. The Subaru. The pink Subaru does the business, and then he nips into the pits. It's only a 10th though, 10th and a half. And Homesick Alien may be able to find those fractions of a second and get that pole back. Liam Anfield's got a purple. Liam Anfield has got a purple on board with Liam Anfield as he goes past Rido in his McLaren. He's heading along Pilgrim's Drop towards, these corners are immense. Watch these. Hawthorns. Oh God, left that up. In 3rd to 4th gear. Heading towards Westfield. Just a lift there in third. Skyjack has gone faster. He's gone up third place ahead of Liam. And there we go through Dingledale. Sheen Curve, sorry. And then down to Sterling's. Turtle's gone faster as well. They're all starting to put in some fast times come the end of qualifying. And has Liam Anfield maintained that purple? I missed his sector as he heads towards the line. And there he goes on pole position for the Porsche driver. Immense stuff there from Liam Anfield to going back to the top. Nigel in the chat saying, not in the Group 4 Merc, I won't, maybe race 2. So Liam Anfield then. Jim's gone faster. So this is what the grid's looking for while they're on their final lap. Liam Anfield is sitting on pole position. Uncle B Darren, he's on an out lap. He's not going to be able to go any faster. He's in second. Homesick Alien, he's on his final lap. He's making his way around. He goes through a sector time and he's nearly a second down, so I can't see he's going to better his time. Sharen in fourth place. How far away from a sector is he? Quite away. I don't know if we're going to sit with him. So he's only a 10th down, possibly. He could find something over the lap. So Sharen's got an opportunity. Skyjacker's coming up towards the line, getting a toe off of the Alien, but I don't think he's bearing his time. It's already in the 30s. So Skyjacker in 5th. There is Jim. He's 4/10 off of Skyjacker's time. He's only hundredths up on his own time. A little bit wide for the Ferrari in 6th place. Turtle's gone faster. Turtle's gone up into 6th place. And the BMW looking very strong around here at Brands Hatch. Jim's had a big one. Jim's had a huge one there. And he'll be starting 7th ahead of his teammate, 8th. Electric. Ranger in the pits, 9th for Jocus at the moment. As he comes around that final corner, can he chip anything away? He's got to find a 10th and a bit to get ahead of Ranger, and can he do it? It's looking good on the time screen, and he does. My word, Joker's up into 6th place. Cracking final from Jocus there to get 6th. And then we've got Shadow Rider in 11th, not really getting that Porsche to sing for him. Rido in 12th, Simon in the pits in 13th, and Pat is 14th in the BMW. But it's this man here, Liam Anfield, who grabs himself pole position, and better than that for him, he's got a Subaru between himself and the Nissans. Oh, and Sharen just nipped it up there ahead of Skyjacker in the end. So those Nissans look like they've got it all to do. The manufacturers that's at the top of the table and the drivers leading the way have got a lot of work to do over the next 15 minutes. Joker's having a good, strong final lap there in his Jaguar, grabbing 6th place with Turtle in 7th, Jim in 8th. Digital Blast up. So in the chat, Pat saying P14 for me. Hey ho, the Group 4 hasn't been so kind to me here this week. Digital Blasphemy saying keep it on the island and you've always got a chance. And Nige, which I think is a Ranger, saying 100%. But all the plaudits go to that man there, Liam Anfield, on his final lap in the end, going absolutely a blistering pace, 600ths only ahead of Uncle B, who was 1.5 tenths ahead of the Nissan. Sharen only 300ths behind Homesick Alien, and that is the grid you can see right there in front of you. As we move on, it will be the beginning of the race. Joker's in the chat saying good evening. Don't be listening to me, Jokers, you concentrate on your race. 6th place is a great place to start here at Brands Hatch. Anything can happen. Paddock, Hill, Bend. Yeah, Nigel is Ranger. I thought so. So here they are, all lined up, looking pretty, ready to go to war here in Kent. at Brands Hatch GP. Liam Anfield looking for a good getaway, but that Subaru is fast off the line, and it goes to prove it. Already coming up alongside Liam Anfield, my word, and there you go, the Subaru absolutely bolting out of the stalls and into the lead. Liam Anfield there alongside Homesick Alien coming up to join the Porsche, and he's trying to get that inside line from Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield, the Porsche, not starting too hot there, and there goes Homesick Alien, the championship leader. These two are only a point apart in the championship, but there comes Liam Anfield back up the inside of Homesick Alien, and it's nothing to call it between these two marquees, with Skyjacker there just behind them, hoping for something. Shiren dropping back in the Aston Martin, with Ranger having an absolute blistering start in the Merc, and up into 6th, with Joker 7th. Pat having an amazing start in the BMW, from 14th up to 8th. Jim in 9th, chasing him down. Electric in 10th. And Skyjacker's in 2nd. Skyjacker's come up to 2nd. Oh my word. Liam Anfield, Homesick Alien dropping back behind the two lot. And it looks like he got a wiggle on there, a little wheel on the grass possibly. And Liam Anfield and Skyjacker absolutely at it, as they were in last round sprint race. But this is great for Uncle B Darren. He's running away with it at the moment as these guys all battle it out. We saw Shiren do that last week in his Aston Martin, and all Uncle B has to do is keep it on the grey stuff as Liam Anfield and Skyjacker go to battle. Let's get on board with Homesick Alien as we watch this battle out. And just behind us you can see Shiren and Ranger. Jim's got himself ahead of Jokus for 7th place. And they go through Paddock Hill, a bend, an awesome corner. Takes a lot of skill as they head up the hill towards Druids. Heavy on the brakes, and Homesick's going to try and go around the outside of Skyjacker, but he can't do it. He's going to lose it to Shiren. Shiren on the inside. Shiren trying his luck in the Aston Martin. And oh my word, the championship leader is now defending from the Aston Martin, and he's got the Merc of Ranger right there on his bumper. Then we've got Pat on an absolute charge in his BMW. Turtle in 8th place. Rido in 9th. Jokers has dropped down to 10th. And we saw, oh my lord, Jim's disappeared as well. Jim's just dropped to the back of the pack. Well, Uncle B Darren at the moment 3 seconds in the lead of Liam Anfield, that cannot shake off the Nissans. And they're both there hunting him down. And Shiren not too far behind in his Aston Martin with the Mercedes, the Amigos Racing Team Mercedes of Ranger. Looking very tidy at the moment. Pat, though, what a cracker from 14th all the way up to 7th, halfway up the field. That is something to behold. And he's getting, well, they'll all be getting purples. It's the second lap, obviously. And Mama Homesick saying good luck, Homesick. He's in the wars at the moment, and Shiren's got ahead of him. And Shiren, Homesick's dropped back 2 places. He's lost a position to Shiren and Ranger. He's on the tail of the Merc at the moment, trying to find a way past. But Ranger has shown he's got skills. He's got mad skills, but Homesick Alien having a look up the inside in Druids. But he just can't quite do it against the Merc. And the Merc stays ahead. So Uncle B Darren, 2.8 second lead at the moment. We've got 11.5 minutes left of racing. Liam Anfield managing to stay ahead of the Skyjacker. And this is going to help him in the points, as he's only 1 point behind the Alien in the championship. This is going to be a close call at the end of this, with Shiren now up to 4th in his Aston Martin. It looks like Skyjacker having another look at the Porsche. We're sat on board with Skyjacker, but Liam defending the inside there, and it's a brave move to go for the outside. And my word, how did he keep that car on, Skyjacker there? There must have been a slither of tarmac left between the two of them. And Shiren's there now. Shiren starting to attack the Nissan. Shiren looking to get a podium out of this. Ranger in 5th. Ranger's out wide. Is that going to affect him? Homesick Alien right on his tail. Homesick Alien having a look up the inside, coming up to the final corner, and Homesick Alien snatches the position back after Ranger going a little wide. Pat still in a solid 7th. He's got his teammate behind him, Turtle, rear gunner, with Jokers back up into 9th. Shadow Rider in 10th place. Simon in 11th. 12th for Electric in the Ferrari. Jim 13th. He's got himself ahead of Rido. And they're battling everywhere. And this man here, 3.7 second lead now. Skyjacker's ahead. Where is Liam Anfield? Oh my God, Liam Anfield. He's got damage. Oh my word, I'm not daring do a replay. I apologise, but it makes it all go funny. I'd love to show you, but I cannot. Because it might all get stuck. So there, Liam Anfield having a bit of an issue. Skyjacker is now under threat from Shiren. Shiren right on his tail. Homesick Alien in fourth after making that move on a Ranger. And Ranger's not dropping away though. He's sticking with the Nissans. And you remember the Nissans from last round. Their tyre deg was a lot worse than everyone else's. Uncle B Darren so far 4 seconds in the lead. This one, it looks like it's going to take a lot to get him out of the lead of this race. Shiren not as hot on the heels of Skyjacker at the moment, maybe having a rest before he comes back with a full-on assault from the Russian sensation. Homesick Alien nearly a second behind that battle, with Ranger only 7/10 behind Homesick Alien. Then Liam Anfield, after whatever happened to him, dropping down into 6th place. This is not good for his championship. Pat in 7th, looking like he's ready to make a move on the Porsche. Shadow Rider moving on up to 8th place. This is all very good stuff going on here for the Shadow Rider. Simon in 9th. Oh, who did we lose? Jokers, I think. Oh, and Simon's off. Simon's off. Oh, Paddock Hill takes another casualty as Electric moves up into 9th, but he's got Jokers up the inside of him in Druids, and Jokers makes the move, and Turtle following Jokers through, and poor Electric got mugged right off there. Jokers managing to get a successful move on, and Turtle being very opportunist and thought, hey, if you're leaving the door open, I'll have a piece as well. He's into the party. Electric down to 11th. Simon we saw having a big off in Paddock Hill Bend, and that means Jim is now on his case in the twitchy Ferrari, and there goes Jim having a look alongside the Aston Martin. Can he make it stick? He's on the outside though, coming up to the next corner, and it's going to be a tough call. It's all about late brakes, and there you go, Simon in there first, but Jim's looking for the underline now. Jim's going for that. Oh no, he's tucking in behind, and my word, what a battle we've got here between, oh, and poor Simon's had a bit of an off again. The pressure, and that puts Jim up into 12th place, and Rito, he's some 25 seconds behind in that McLaren. Uncle B Darren meanwhile 5.3 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, but Homesick Alien somehow getting past Shiren, and all 4 of them are together. My word, Skyjacker, Homesick Alien, Shiren and Ranger. Let's get on board with Ranger for this fruity tooty little battle we've got going on here for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th place. And Skyjacker still maintaining 2nd with Homesick on the inside of Shiren there. The Aston Martin trying to have a little sneaky look around the outside of the Nissan. And he's going again, a little paint swapping. Just Shiren letting him know he's there, so he gives him racing room, and that has put Ranger back into the fray here. And my word, we've got some delicious driving here from these guys. But Skyjacker eking a little lead out from Homesick as he defends from the Aston Martin, and the Mercedes is right there on their tail, giving them a no rest bite. And Kalen in the chat saying, nice. He loves a bit of dirty race. Well, not dirty race, he loves a little racing. And Ranger right there then, in 5th place. But he can see 2nd just there, in grabbing distance. Further down, Liam Anfield trying, he's got a fastest lap. He's trying to catch that little crew up. And if they race each other with nearly just under 6 minutes to go, he might be able to get back on the pack. Whereas Shadow Rider in 7th, his teammate 7 seconds behind, is only 2 seconds ahead of Jokers in 8th, Turtle in 9th, with Electric in 11th, Pat's in 11th, oh dear me, Pat was up there in 7th, I don't know what happened, I'm guessing Paddock Hill Bend, but Pat, ooh, he's skirting on the outside of that corner, playing risk with the outside of the corner. There is Simon in 12th, and Rido has pitted the McLaren. Meanwhile, Uncle B, 5.3 second lead here, and it's going to take some dislodging from him to lose that lead now. While Skyjacker is back under threat from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien trying to make hay. He'll be aware that Liam Anfield has dropped down the field, and he'll be wanting to get some extra points to try and lengthen that lead in the championship. We're only halfway at the end of this round, so it's a long way to go, and every point's going to count in this championship. Sharon then in 4th place with Ranger right there on the Aston Martin's tail. And Liam Anfield, he's got it from 5 seconds down to 4 seconds. He's really on a push, which is dangerous stuff here at Brands Hatch, because you can just fling these cars off so easily. But he can see that pack racing just in front of him. His tyres looking good, and the Nissan's not too bad there. Everyone's tyre wear is pretty much similar. Rangers is a little bit better than the guys ahead of him. And Uncle B's tyres are great. Oh, no, Ranger's had a big one. Ranger, oh, just in the distance I saw, he must have put a wheel off, and he's gone flying off, and now long as he got, Liam Anfield's already through. Shadow Rider is coming towards him, he sees the yellow flags, but Ranger is getting going again. He's on his way, but that puts Shadow Rider just in touching distance, only 1.5 seconds behind, and Ranger's just got to shake that one off and crack on. He's got a bit of damage though, that's going to affect his downforce in the corners, and Shadow Rider closing in the second Porsche. My word, Ranger's heartbeat must be going 10 to the dozen, and that puts Liam Anfield up into 5th place now. Poor Ranger, he was having an absolute corking race, and he was 2nd place, was looking good. He was still in spitting distance of those guys. At the moment, Uncle B Darren's lost a bit of a lead on these guys. Skyjacker back under pressure from Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien's got nowhere to go. He's got to pressure Skyjacker because he's being pressured by the Russian sensation in his Aston Martin. Liam Anfield, though, trying to catch him up. It's still 3.7 seconds behind. Ranger trying to fend off from Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider, he's seeing the back of the Merc, and he fancies a go. The 2 German marquee cars in a battle there. Turtle in 8th. Oh, I thought some dust kicked up there. I thought Ranger had put a wheel off again. And these two are battling it out there for 6th and 7th. And it's immense stuff as they go through Paddock Hill Bend, and you can see, oh no, Ranger's pushed it too hard into Paddock Hill, and he's off. Oh my lord. So Shadow Rider up into 6th place, and Ranger's now got Turtle to worry about. It's all going wrong for Ranger. I don't know if it's the tyres, but the BMW's tyres look a little worse than Ranger's at this point in the race. And my word, Ranger is going to be cursing Paddock Hill Bend by the end of this race. Uncle B, 4.7 second lead. We've got just under 2 minutes left of racing. Skyjacker still maintaining that second ahead of Homesick Alien, with Sharon right under his spoiler, wanting to get some action. Liam Anfield not gaining ground on these guys. He's staying in that 4-second pocket, with Shadow Rider in 6th. Art Ranger is in 7th ahead of Turtle. But Turtle just doesn't have the tyres to go and attack Ranger. In fact, Turtle might be in trouble from Electric. Electric's tyres looking a lot tidier than Turtle's. So Turtle may be in trouble here in his BMW from Electric, who's in 9th. Joker's in 10th place, just there as well. Pat in 11th on a comeback, with Simon in 12th and Jim in 13th. And Rido is out of the pits and parked up. But Uncle B, 5.4 second lead from Homesick. Homesick got the lead. I mean, 2nd place. Homesick Aliens managed to get ahead of Skyjacker. And Skyjacker now looks like the tyre wear is starting to get to him. Sharen's starting to look. The tyre wear is similar from all 3 cars. There's nothing in it between them, but somehow Skyjacker has dropped behind the Alien, and Sharon wants a piece. And these guys are all very close in the championship table, and every point will count. With only 30 seconds left of racing, Liam Anfield, he's got it down to nearly 2 seconds behind those guys. Shadow Rider in 6th, Ranger in 7th. He's pulling away from Turtle, and Electric getting rather closer in his Ferrari to Turtle. Turtle may be in trouble before the end of this race. 20 seconds left. That's all you've got to hold on for, Uncle. You just got to get that car to the finish line with no problems. Digital Blasphemy saying pushing too hard for Ranger. That's what I think it was. I think he was just going that extra, and it just bit him. This track can do that to you. And there you go. The final lap has come up as Uncle B Darren goes through the final corner. And Uncle B Darren gets his first win in the GTMC. Well done. And there comes Homesick in second place with Skyjacker in third. Take a boo, my son. Sharon gets fourth. Liam gets fifth. He caught him right up in the end there. Shadow Rider doing an absolute corker. It looked like he was nowhere at the beginning of this race. Up into sixth place for the second Porsche driver. Fantastic stuff. Ranger will be kicking something this evening in seventh with Electric just got Turtle there on the line, so Electric in eighth, Turtle in ninth. Jokers comes home in 10th place. Simon grabbing 11th for Aston Martin. Pat coming home in 12th, so Pat lost a position there to Simon as he comes to cross the line in 12th. Jim getting 13th. And Rito already finishing in 14th. But it was this man today, Uncle B Darren. Super stuff. Whoo-wee. Mama Homesick saying, yay, a great race. Well done, Homesick. Fantastic stuff. And there he is, Uncle B Darren. They didn't give him a trophy. Tight buggers. I'll be having a word with the management after this, I tell you. First win in the GTMC. He doesn't even get a trophy. What's that about? So I will take you to the race results, where we see Uncle B Darren standing proudly, pretty in pink. Uncle B Darren, the winner of the sprint race, round 5 at Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Fantastic stuff, and a big, huge congratulations. Homesick Alien in second place with Skyjacker rounding off the podium in third. Take a boo, my son. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. I must have pressed circle by accident instead of X. I can't get back to the race results. We don't get to see Uncle B Darren doing a spin, but, you know. Sharon in fourth. Liam Manfield in fifth. Shadow Rider getting sixth place. Ranger, your heart's got to go for Ranger, man. He put it all on the line. He pushed and he pushed, but he just pushed a little too far, and he finishes in seventh with Electric there getting Turtle right in the final corner on the finish line virtually. It was so close between Electric and Turtle. I think Turtle's tyres were cooked, and the Irishman getting 8th place ahead of the Dutchman in 9th. The Polish driver, Jokers, coming home in 10th with Simon in 11th, Pat finishing in 12th, and Jim in 13th, and Rido in 14th. Liam Anfield got the fastest lap on lap 5 with a 1:29.276. And now these guys... And Mama Homesick saying, well, also well done to Uncle and Skyjacker. Pat saying, turn 1 got me, only had one major mistake before the last lap when it slightly fell apart. Lap 1 went well, though. Yeah, you jumped right up into 8th place, and then next you were in 7th, Pat. It was looking good. And Pat saying, does that lap 1 count as typed sandbagging? No, I'm sure not. So, oh, and the number's been called. It's going to be P14, so it's a total reverse grid. That's going to be very interesting for us at home viewing this. I can tell you, they're now jumping into their Group 3 cars to practice a little bit more. And I will stay with... Oh, should I stay with Uncle B Darren? I guess so. I haven't seen a time from Skyjacker. Hasn't done. I don't think he's put a time up. He possibly has, I'm not sure. I don't really want to type anything. I just wanted to go up the chat to see if he's sorry guys, I know it's nice to look at the cars going round, but I just wanted to quickly look to see if he said when we're going again. I don't think he has. Oh, he has now. 8:45. Oh, yeah. Just over 10 minutes, boys and girls, out there in YouTube land. Hey, here's an idea. While you're just sitting there, just watching with no chat, why don't you hit like? Why don't you hit subscribe? Do all these things. It's brilliant. You don't know, I'll tell you, something special happens when you hit the like button. You feel good inside. So Rido saying, didn't mean to come out of the pits at the last lap. It's cool, man. It's cool. And Pat saying, it didn't affect me. I had my own problem. And Skyjacker says, 8:45 bird. So I will give you all a little break from my voice. And I shall return for a lovely 40-minute race in the Group 3 cars with a total reverse grid. race fans, we are back again, ready for another adrenaline-filled race. This time we're in the Group 3s, and I tell thee what, heaven is a full throttle, and the Angels Choir is the screaming tyres. We are ready. We are ready to go again. 40-minute racing around here, the Ken track of Brands Hatch GP. And did it kick up an absolute corker of a sprint? And we are looking forward to this 40-minute race with a total reverse grid, the randomator, the lucky draw, the spinning wheel of magic picked out number 14, which means we are going to reverse the grid right up on its head. And that means that's Rido on pole, with Uncle B starting at the back. And it's going to be frisky. Time to get frisky. And oh, Ranger, we got a feel for Ranger. Paddock Hill Bend has not been his friend this evening, pushing the car beyond its limits. And there's Simon, oh, hanging out his Martin there. Hanging the Martin right out, but he caught it last minute and stayed in the general right direction. And we'll have a run through. So there is Sharon. He's out there. A good result for Sharon there in that race. Just off of the podium. He'll be looking for something, but it's a tough call. 40 minutes from the back still means there's everything to take at here. Anything can happen at the Brands of Hatch. And Pat out there in his Beamer, and that Beamer in the Group 4s had an absolute lightning start from 14th up to 8th, then moved up to 7th, and he said only one mistake in the race that put him down in 11th place, and he'll be looking to rectify that. He'll be starting quite high up in the grid, keeping his nose clean, getting a nice first lap in, and staying solid throughout the 40-minute race. We don't know what the strategies are going to be around here. There is the championship leader getting second in the sprint race, so he's starting second from the back. And he's going to have a mountain to climb here at Brands Hatch for this 40-minute race. They're allowed to use the super softs, the softs, and the medium tyre over the 40-minute duration of the race. But they do have to use at least 2 compounds. Shadow Rider making his way through the group in that sprint race, starting quite low, but ended up with a very respectable result. And in the chat, Digital Blasphemy saying I might do some S formula testing after the race if anyone fancies it. If anyone's out there, they're friends with a Digital Blast, and that's a 4, not the not FOR, but the number 4 me. Digital Blast for me is going to be opening a lobby. He says afterwards, a little party, a little post GTMC. What's G? Good morning. Total crap face? I don't know. GMTC. I don't know what that is. But GTMC, after the GTMC after party is in Digital Blasphemy's lobby with the super formulas. If anyone hasn't had their fill of racing, he is extending that invitation there. And it's always a good party when Digital Blasphemy is the host. So that is, he's put that one out there for everyone to hear. And Liam Anfield, oh, we don't know what happened to Liam in that race. He was in there, wasn't he? He was in the shout, looking for that second place, battling with Skyjacker. And it was off camera, but he dropped down into a 6th. I think he got 5th in the end with Art Rangers issues. So, oh, he fell off at Paddock Hill. Paddock Hill, eh? Isn't that a corner and a half? What a corner. So, Liam Anfield, he'll be wanting to make up ground this race. He's lost points to Homesick Alien in the championship. So he'll be wanting to at least finish ahead of the Alien. And both Nissans in this race. Sharon, Mr. Consistent, always there, always thereabouts. I'll be looking for good points in this next upcoming race. Pat, he's starting high up the grid. He had a stable race in the Group 4s, and he'll be looking for more in the feature. And Skyjacker is asking, the host with the most, is asking, he's the host with the least, actually, the least glitches, I would say. I don't want to curse anything or out like that. But yeah, he's the host with the most, with the least glitches. Oh, and Rido, I saw there, Patakill giving him a bite. And this is a rolling start, I believe. And the final has been started, so buckle up your seatbelts, ladies and gents, because we're going again, but this time in the Group 3 cars, and this is going to be a ride. And there they are, lined up, waiting. You can feel the tension in the air here at Kent. Waiting for a 40-minute battle. Oh, it's Jim on. Oh, Rido, I suppose. Oh, Rido must have been put to the back because he went into the pits. Oh, yes, there you go. Yeah, I do recall that is what happened. So, sorry, it's Jim starting on pole in the Ferrari. That Ferrari is fast. The Group 3 Ferrari's fast, but twitchy. Oh, and there you go. It was me that said. I said it, didn't I? I did say it. No glitches, and there we go, we're having glitches. So everyone's going to exit, and I'm going to get blamed for that. Come on, that can't be my fault. I'm sat here. I'm not even entered into the race. Pat having a good practice start, though. And he's gone. It's just Simon and Liam are left, and they're all gone. There they go. Damn, I'm going to get blamed for that. I wish I never said, yep, all your fault. There you go. Damn, why did I say something? Couldn't keep my big mouth shut, could I? Just couldn't keep my mouth shut for 2 minutes. My word. So, Skyjacker's going to reset the grid, get everyone to enter, and reset that grid. And hopefully, it's going to be lucky the second time around. Who glitched then in the end? It was Sharon. And Ranger called it as well, but I don't know if he glitched or if it was just the Sharon. A little... No reset, question mark, from Liam Anfield. No, we're going straight away. Oh, let me get to the track. So, we're going to give it a go. Without a reset, you never know. It might have just been the commentator that bugged that one out. Pat saying, is that commentator's curse again? It seems to be. It seems to be. It could be. We'll see. I'm not saying it's going to happen again. So if it happens again, that's not down to me. So Jim on the front, giving me a flash. All right, Jim. I'll wink at him. Car 66. Sitting on pole position. Nice steady first lap from these guys. That's all they can ask for. Can't be a hero in a 40-minute race. And at the moment, it's looking okay down the field. They're all moving. Oh, no, is it? No, someone's off again. Oh, it's electric this time. And Sharen's called it as well. I don't think it was Sharen, though. I think it's electric that's having the issue. And the host has ended, so we can just dawdle around in the world of GT Sports. We can have a look at what other lobbies are open, although I don't think I've got the balls to go in anyone's. I don't know these people. Hang on, I'll come out of it. Oh, Koi Carp's having a practice at 1v1 with someone. I could nip in there and try and take away the times. And have a look at the sexy Shelby moving around. I'm going to clear my cache, actually. So into options, for those that don't know, network, delete your cookies. Delete temporary data download. I preferred it when they called them cookies. I like to delete my cookies. Cookie monster. And is it up? Not quite yet. come out of it totally. So in 1951, one of the first to focus on safety was Renault Sport, a centre to test all Renault vehicles before sending them out into the world. Also in 1951, Libya gains independence from Italy following a resolution adopted by the United Nations in 1949. And why is it so quick? And then we can look at the very sexy Subaru. And hey, leaves the Subaru. There we see a Mercedes VGT. And we can look at the Toyota. What is that? Avenger? I don't know. It's a safety car anyway. And there, I can't see what that is. That's too far away. But it's a nice looking car in a very posh garage. There you go. It's a Nissan. Homesick will like one of them. Oh, yeah, that is sexy, isn't it? Oh, it's like car porn. Pat says lobby's open again, so I'll make my way to the lobby. I'm too busy looking at that Nissan. It's too sexy to pull away from. So here we go into show-only room with friends. There it is at the top. Look at it. Full green bars, boys and girls. I'm not the last in, though. Someone else is not in yet. So, nip into this lobby as they organise themselves into an orderly fashion to get the racing underway. As you see, we're looking forward to the V-Dub. That'll be streamed live on a Sunday evening. If you're at a loss, we have a 60-minute endurance race in just the Beetles. And that's not the 4 ones with mop tops. That's the actual new Beetles. Although I'm sure there'll be some Beatles tunes going. Can't buy me love, love. Can't buy me love. I'll give you anything I can. I can't remember the words now. God, I used to be huge on the beats of the Les. Digital Blasphemy. Can't wait for the V-Dubs. It's going to be, hopefully, it's going to be good. We won't know until that first race, but I'm hoping with the fuel being very, well, not very high, but the tyres should last longer in the fuel. I think there should be some fuel saving, and hopefully that'll level out the aliens and the guys that aren't aliens. It'll put strategy into it a lot more, and I think it'll kick up some interesting results. I hope, but we will see. There is our championship leader, but is he our championship? I suppose he is, yeah, because he came second. Scored more than Skyjacker and Liam Anfield, so he should be still championo leader at this point in the season. Simon saying, thingamajig, you'll come tonight. You're getting a bit excited. Lol. Getting very excited. It's been some cracking racing. It's all I can ask for. Can't get enough. Like I said, racing is religion, and we are worshipping at the best chapel in the game. Can I get a witness? A Senna. Skyjacker saying, no more restarts. Restarts denied. If you can't get going in this race now, you got to get out. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And so here we go. 40-minute race here with a reverse turned upside down on its head. And Jim on pole for the third time. The third and final time. And if this one doesn't kick off, then it's not going to happen for the guys who don't get going. So Jim ready to lead them around to the start straight line. And here they go for a 40-minute timed race here at Brands Hatch. And it's go, 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 go. And Jim getting an absolute corker of a start. Pat in second. There we got Simon in third. Joker's fourth. Turtle in fifth. Already looking at the back of Joker's. Don't forget it's a long race, guys. Electric 6th, Ranger in 7th, Shadow Rider in 8th, Liam Anfield in 9th, Shiren in 10th, 11th for Skyjacker, Homesick Alien 12th, Darren is in 13th, and Rito in 14th, and we've got everyone in motion. So great, third time's a charm, it seems, as Jim leads them around the first lap here. He's on the super soft tyres, Pat's on the super soft tyres, and Pat's trying to use the grunt of that BMW to catch up the Ferrari on the first lap. Pat wants to cross the line in the lead. Then you've got Simon on the soft tyres ahead of Jokers, who's also on the soft tyres. Turtle's gone for softs. Oh, Electric's gone for medium tyres. A brave move there. Shadow Rider in 7th on softs, but Liam Anfield looks like he's coming through, and he already is through. So Liam Anfield makes a move up ahead of Shadow Rider, teammate on teammate. Then we've got Ranger, he's on softs with Shiren on softs. Then Skyjacker, he's on the softs as well, with the Homesick Alien starting on softs. Uncle B Darren's on the super softs, he wants to get going, and Rito on the super softs, but Jim's still fending off that BMW, and he's led for the first lap, and he's got an edge on the BMW through the final corner down the start straight, and Jim is in the lead from Pat. Pat on the super soft tyres though, both of them on the super softs. How long will those super softs last in this race? There is Pat, and there is his helmet. Beautiful stuff. A Union Jack for a Union Jack race. Jim there, out there in first place though. Car 66 got a Red Bull on the side of his helmet, and he's looking good at the moment. Pat's hanging it right out there. The Jaguar in third, Turtle, the other BMW in fourth. Liam Anfield, he's making his way through. He's already got past Shadow Rider and Electric, so Liam Anfield on the move. Electric on those medium tyres, a very brave move to take when he was so high up the grid. In this first stint, he's going to have a lot of guys on faster tyres wanting to get by him. Shiren in 8th place ahead of Ranger. And Ranger having a look at Shiren. He's right on his tail gun now, with Skyjacker there as well, and this little clan of cars down the back here, with Uncle B, the winner of the sprint race, all bunched up, ready to do battle. And Simon's dropped back. Simon has dropped back, but Jim's still leading. He's pulled away from Pat now, and Jim couldn't ask for a better start than he has had in his Ferrari, making his way around to the end of lap 2 in the Group 3. Ferrari leading the way. Beautiful stuff from Jim. Pat in second, but Jokers is starting to draw him in the Jaguar. Home advantage might go his way, and Pat's looking a bit messy in Paddock Hill, which gives the Jaguar an opportunity to look up the inside. Is he going to go for the move in Druids? He has. He's got up the inside, and the Jaguar is up into second place. Jokers there. Wow, super stuff there from Jokers. Pat down into third now, ahead of his teammate Turtle, with Liam Anfield in 5th place. Shadow Rider in 6th. Homesick Alien is up into 7th. They've had a real shuffle around back there. Homesick Alien's jumped a load of people. That's amazing stuff. Ranger in 8th, with Shiren in 9th. Electric dropping down to 10th place, but he's on those medium tyres. It should last longer. Uncle B's got himself ahead of Skyjacker, and we've had a real change of order down here, with now Homesick Alien free to get going, trying to catch up Shadow Rider. He can't let Liam get away too far ahead of him. He's got that championship fever on, and he doesn't want to let it all. And there's a little to-in and fro-in from Skyjacker and Uncle B, and Skyjacker has got himself back ahead of Uncle B, and they're trying to get themselves past the medium-clad Ferrari, who just cannot get the pace down in this race. Jim still leading by 3.7 seconds. My word, and Pat's got himself back ahead of Jokers. Jokers must have made a small mistake. And it's cracking then. Turtle there is in 4th place. Liam Anfield trying to catch up the BMW in his Porsche. It looks quite battered, doesn't it? His Porsche already on lap 4. It looks like there isn't a part of that car that's not dented. Shadow Rider in 6th place, with Homesick Alien trying to chase down Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider will be trying to play rear gunner for his teammate. And Homesick Alien will be wanting to get past Shadow Rider as quickly as he possibly can to get an attack on. And there is Liam Anfield going at Turtle. Turtle not quite yet. Turtle still ahead of Liam Anfield. Further back, we've got Shiren in 8th, the Ranger in 9th. Uncle B's back ahead. Where? Oh, Skyjacker is just ahead of him. Sorry, 10th. I missed a number. There you go. Skyjacker in 10th behind Ranger, ahead of Uncle B. Oh, and that's the wrong button as well. My word, what am I doing? I pressed caps lock, I think. I don't know what I pressed. So Jim there, 3-second lead from Pat. Is this going to be Ferrari's day? He's on the super soft tyres. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far, and it's all looking tidy. He's just got to keep the car on the grey stuff. You never know. It could be Ferrari's first win here in the season 5. And Jim doing the job so far. He's just got to be careful of Paddock Hill Bend. That's the one. That's the one that's been biting today, with Pat holding a fantastic second. He's 3 seconds ahead, and there goes Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield is like a bullet in this race. He's already passed Turtle, and he's coming up inside of Joker's, too wide into Paddock Hill Bend, but he makes it stick. And there goes Liam Anfield up into 3rd place. Joker's is down into 4th. Turtle 5th, and Homesick Alien. He's already got him past Shadow Rider, but he's now got another 2 cars to get past to keep up with Liam Anfield. And Liam Anfield says, "Catch me if you can." Shadow Rider in 7th, Sharon catching up with Shadow Rider at the moment. Ranger there trying to fend off Skyjacker's got a wiggle on. Skyjacker's got a wiggle on, and Uncle B is looking up the inside, and there you go, Uncle B is through, and he's back up into 10th place, with the Skyjacker dropping to 11th. But Uncle B's put a wheel out there onto the sand, and that gives Skyjacker the momentum coming up the short straight towards Hawthorns, and Skyjacker's got the inside line going into Hawthorns. He's later on the brakes, and they're going side by side, and that's a brave move if ever there was one. Uncle B's out wide. He's got to get back on the track, and he's back on the track, but Skyjacker's got that 10th place back. And my word, this is cracking racing. And meanwhile, Jim out there, 4-second lead on Pat. Pat, 3-second lead, and there's someone dropping, and there's Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider has had a big off, and he's dropping like a brick. Oh my word, Shadow Rider. Oh dearie me. He's now dropped behind Skyjacker, and that gives Skyjacker a bit of a buffer from Uncle B, who has got his hands full at the moment with Rido in the McLaren, trying to make some moves on the Subaru, and he's looking up the inside of Paddock Hill, but that's a brave move, and a brave man that tries to make that move. Then we've got Electric on those medium tyres, dropping back there into 13th, but he just hasn't got the pace on those mediums. And Simon also going for the mediums. They're going for the long run, and they'll be hoping that the race comes back to them after the pit stops. But Jim, so far, done nothing wrong so far. We're coming fastly up to 8 minutes into this race, 32 minutes to go. His tyres are still looking tidy. He's got half a tank of fuel. Pat in second. He's 2.6 seconds ahead of Liam. Liam is pushing. He's pushing hard, and Homesick Alien, he's got himself ahead. So has Shiren of Turtle and Jokers. Skyjacker, Turtle's off, and now he's got a queue behind him of Jokers and Skyjacker. Oh, Turtle's had a big one. He's off. He's making sandcastles, and Skyjacker now is up into 6th. He got himself ahead of Jokers, and Shadow Rider now up into 8th. There is Uncle B Darren 9th, Rido in 10th place, and Turtle finding himself in 11th, just ahead of Ranger. Ranger must have had a small up, and there's Turtle off again. Oh my word, he's got a bit of dirt on his tyres, and he's got to be careful there with that rejoin. He got it right in front of Electric, but Electric's got by him up into 12th on his medium tyres, and we've got a Ferrari in the front and in 12th, and that Ferrari in front is doing an absolute wonderful job. 5 seconds now ahead of Pat, but Pat's got his hands full with Liam Anfield. Let's get on board with Liam Anfield as he chases down the BMW. Where's he going to make the move? Is he going to make the move? He's caught up the BMW rather fast. The BMW protecting his inside line, but he's left a little gap there for Liam, but not big enough, and Liam's trying to find one way or the other. He's there studying the back of the BMW, trying to work out which side he's going to take. He's 2.6 seconds ahead of the Nissan of Homesick Alien, and this will be helping the Alien catch up with Liam Anfield. And there's Liam Anfield. He's got momentum going through that corner, but he just hasn't got enough momentum, and now he's had to back out of that one, and he's still behind the BMW. 2.1 seconds is Homesick, less than 2 seconds now. He's losing time to the Alien. The Alien is catching up each corner. He needs to get past Pat as quickly as he possibly can. Pat kicking up a bit of dirt there into Liam's airbox, and Liam cannot find a way past the BMW, but the BMW looks wide here, but no, Liam's got momentum. He's caught right up to the back on the straight. He's going around the outside of the BMW, but Paddock Hill is not the place you want to be on the outside, so he backs out of that one. And Homesick, oh, we've got a yellow. Who could be our yellow? Who can that be? It's not Jim. God knows. I don't know. There's yellow flags. Someone's had a big one. Another time Liam gets past. Oh, it looks like Uncle B, is it? It's going to be someone at the back. No, it's not Ranger. I have no idea who is off the track. Uncle B in 8th place. He's still ahead of Shadow Rider. I do not have a clue. It's not Ranger. He's close to Rido. I don't know what that yellow was, but Jim's still leading the way. Liam Anfield now up into 2nd place, but he's got a 6-second deficit on Jim. Jim did a 25.2 his last time around. Liam Anfield doing a 25.1, but he was stuck behind the Beamer for a lap. Before that, he did a 23.8, and Rido has left the room. So Pat there, we do know he's got a few connection issues. Pat's got a big wiggle on, and he's got Homesick Alien closing in on him. And Liam wants to gain some ground because Homesick Alien chasing him down. Sharen in 5th place, keeping close contact with Homesick Alien. Skyjacker there in 6th. He's some 3.6 seconds behind that battle. Just a second ahead of the Porsche of Shadow Rider. Uncle B in 8th, but we know that Subaru really does chew up its tyres, and those tyres do look chewed. And there is Jokus in 9th, also having a bit of a tyre mare with the racing softs. Turtle in 10th. Then we've got Electric on those mediums in 11th. And we've lost Simon as well. I think Simon's gone. 2 already out with only 12 minutes into this race, and we've lost 2 of our competitors. And it's a long race. I mean, if they've left because they think it's all over, they're mad, because anything can happen over 40 minutes. Rido saying, I'm done with racing for a while. Big return in the near future. Cheers, guys. Oh, Rido, don't. The McLaren, man, is a tough car, dude. You were doing really good in the Red Bulls. I mean, you got you got podiums and everything in the Red Bulls. It's the McLaren. Don't let the McLaren put you off. It's a tough car to race, so never say never, Rido. And Brands Hatch, of all tracks, is a real tricky track, so don't base it on this race, Rido. Sleep on it, man. You'll be fine. So Jim so far 6.6 seconds. Homesick's got ahead of Liam. What happened? Oh my word. Homesick Alien, Liam Anfield did a 28.6. He must have had a bit of an off. Pushing, you see, he was pushing, and he's given Homesick Alien the opportunity up into 2nd place. Sharen up in 4th. Skyjacker's had a bit of an off as well. Oh my word, Paddock Hill Bend is biting everyone. It really is. And now Skyjacker is not where he wants to be, in the middle of that battle between Pat, Shadow Rider, and Sharen's dropped back as well. Sharen, oh my word, we're having people going off left, right and centre, and we're not seeing it. I do apologise. So Shadow Rider there in 4th place. What a great place for Shadow Rider, and the tyre wear doesn't look too bad. Skyjacker's similar to a Shadow Rider. Pat's is similar to them. Sharen as well. Tyre wear is not looking too bad. Jokers has really chewed up his tyres, but he needs fuel anyway, so he won't care about those tyres. So far, Jim's super softs are looking absolutely spanking, looking better than the softs out there. So Jim in a great position. Still got fuel, and his super softs aren't looking nearly as bad. Oh, no. Liam Anfield again. Oh, my word. He's pushing too hard. Liam, chill, man. Calm down. Get into a rhythm. The rhythm's gonna get you. The rhythm's gonna get you. And Homesick Alien's made this opportunity to come in and get rid of those softs for 14 minutes into this race. Jim's carrying on those super softs, extending that lead, and Liam Anfield also coming in. It started a chain reaction there. And Homesick Alien coming in has just set them all off. They've all come in. Skyjacker opted to stay out. Shadow Rider opting to stay out. Jim, though, he's got the rhythm. Look at that, 15-second lead at the moment. Come on, Jim. I am praying for you, man. I've got my hands clasped. I'm reaching to the skies for the Jim, man. I want him to get this win. His fuel is flashing now. And there is Shadow Rider battling with the Nissan. The Nissan looks like it's skating, not racing. He's skating around the track here at Brands Hatch. Homesick Alien back out on track with a set of super softs, 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and 7 seconds ahead of Turtle in 5th, whose fuel is flashing. Liam Anfield next on track in 6th. He's gone for the super softs as well. He just wants to stay close to Homesick, really does Liam Anfield. Pat in 7th, he pitted. He's out there on the racing softs in 7th. Uncle B Darren pitted, I think, a lap. 2 laps ago, and it's 20-second pit stop here. It's a quick pit stop. So Uncle B Darren and Jim has gone in. Jim's gone in. Is Shadow Rider and Skyjack are going to do the same? Are they going to stay out? Oh, Shadow Rider's looked after his fuel. Lovely. He's looked after his tyres and his fuel. Skyjacker staying with him. Not as much fuel as Shadow Rider. He's looking around one way or the other. He wants to get by. And Homesick Alien, is he going to get ahead of Jim? Jim's in the pit lane. He's lost a position to Homesick Alien. Oh, and Homesick Alien then out there on them super softs. That outlap, he got the undercut. And Jim's gone for another set of super softs. He's put a lot of fuel in that Ferrari. So yeah, that'll be why Homesick Alien put a 1/4 of a tank less in than Jim. Jim out ahead of Liam Anfield, 7 seconds ahead. And Shadow Rider and Skyjacker side by side around here. And who's going to pit first out of these two? Skyjacker looks like he's going to try and take the lead here at the GTMC5, round 5 at the race 2 at Brands Hatch. And Skyjacker's fuel has started flashing. Shadow Rider, still plenty of fuel in there. He can push this car a little bit further. Can he push it till the halfway mark in 3 minutes time? But he does have to use another compound. And can he make the super softs last a whole half a race? Homesick Alien, he's out there for a quick qualifying stint. He's trying to make up ground, and he is making up ground. He's only 4.8 seconds behind Shadow Rider, who's only 4/10 behind Skyjacker. So when these guys disappear into the pits, and there goes the Nissan into the pits. Shadow Rider staying out there for at least another lap. I reckon he's got another 2 laps in that car, maybe possibly 3. Who knows? Jim then in 3rd place, following the Alien. Skyjacker in the pits. Is Liam Anfield going to be able to get ahead of Skyjacker? It's looking good. It's looking good for Liam with that undercut on the go. And all down here we've got Uncle B Darren and Pat having an absolute tussle of a battle. And Uncle B Darren gets himself ahead of the BMW. And that is cracking stuff. So Uncle B Darren going into Druids just ahead of Pat. And it's awesome. Sharon in the Aston Martin. He's on the super softs. He can see that battle just ahead. And Skyjacker's come out in 8th place. We've got Ranger just... Oh, he got overtaken by Jokers, but Jokers has overcooked it in Druids. Late on the brakes, and that gives Ranger 9th place. Well, I think he had 9th before. I think Jokers tried to go for the overtake. He wants to get past Ranger, he's on old tyres, you see. Ranger's going deep into this race, and these two are exchanging paint. The Merc and the Jaguar battling hard, but Ranger's going to have to pit. Turtle in 11th has pitted. Electric has pitted as well. He's got rid of the mediums. He's on a set of softs, but he's 13 seconds behind Turtle, and Turtle is 11 seconds behind Ranger. Ranger's going to have to pit though. He's going to be there or bounce. And Shadow Rider still hasn't pitted. His tyre, that front left tyre, is looking absolutely caned. It's done. And Simon's left the room, and that is unfortunate. Sorry, Simon, man. It's a shame. Homesick Alien catching up to the back of Shadow Rider, and Homesick Alien looking very strong for this race, a win. Jim, though, more fuel on board than the Alien. The Alien doing 23.5. He did a 22.9 though on lap 12 for the fastest lap of the race. And Jim in 23.9. It's not far off the pace of the Alien. Liam Anfield at 23.6. He's trying to cut that deficit of 6 seconds down to Jim. He doesn't want the Alien to get too many points more than him today. Uncle B Darren has moved up into 5th place ahead of Sharon. Sharon in 6th, and they've both overtaken Pat. Pat did a 25.7 his last time around. Shiren doing a 24.0. Uncle B doing a 24.2. It's close quarter battling down here between 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, with Skyjacker just putting a brand new set of super softs on his tyres, and Shadow Rider is into the pits now. Shadow Rider coming into the pits. Homesick Alien taking over the lead of this race. Jim in second. Come on, Jim. Come on. He can do it. You can do it, Jimbo. Come on, Car 66. So Jim holding that second place at the moment, ahead of Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield doing a 23.592 his last time around. Jim doing a 24.3. Don't push it, Jim. Don't push. Don't worry about Liam Anfield's times. Liam Anfield will have an off at Paddock Hill at the moment. He's got a fresh bit of car he hasn't dented yet. Look, just near the back. The back isn't half dented yet. He's got all the other parts of it dented up and scratched up, so he's still got a couple of panels to smash in. So Jim holding on to that second. Uncle B is now up into 4th place, but that Subaru is not friendly to its tyres. He's got Shiren closing in on him at the moment. Let's get on board with the Russian sensation as he tries to close that gap up to the Subaru. The Scooby is absolutely on rails today, and he's there, he's on his back there, but these are fast corners, they're hard to make moves in, and all Shiren can do is sit on the spoiler of the Scooby and watch. At the moment he's going to have to wait for a braking point, and it's all Uncle B has to do is keep that car on the apex, and Shiren will struggle to get by. So as we come around that final corner, Clark Curve, up along Brabham Straight, heading towards Paddock Hill Bend, and this is the test. As they're heavy on the brakes into Paddock Hill, they try and get over onto that apex, and then it's down to the gods where they end up. Uncle B's there defending into Druids, and Shiren trying to go around the outside. He's trying to do the flip-flop, trying to swing it underneath. He cannot do it. He's got Skyjacker right behind him as they come down to Graham Hill Bend. They're on the Cooper Straight, heading up towards Surtees. There's a tight corner. He's trying to find that inside line, but he cannot do it. And then it's Pilgrim's Drop, heading towards Hawthorne's Hill. And then Hawthorne's turn, he's alongside, but he's on the outside. It's a brave move around the outside of Hawthorne's. Can he do it? Oh my word, he does it. Beautiful move from Shiren on the Scooby there. And there is Skyjacker in the background, also trying to make the similar move on the pink Subaru in his monster Nissan. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the race, we've got Shadow Rider in 7th. He went very late into the race. I don't think he's doing a one-stop. He didn't fuel up too much. Onto the Super Softs. He's out ahead of Pat. Pat struggling at the moment. In 8th, Jokus in 9th. Then we've got Turtle in 10th place. 11th for Electric, and Ranger, we said he might be in that mix somewhere. After his pit stop, he is behind the Ferrari of Electric, and Homesick Alien 6.8 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim is only 3.2 seconds. No, Jim. Keep it together, my friend. Come on, you can do this. Don't let Liam pressure you into a mistake. Liam Anfield trying to close that gap, and he has closed it from 6 seconds down to 1 second. Jim pushing, but there's no point, Jim. Just drive your car, get into your rhythm, and don't worry about Liam Anfield. If he's going to get past you, he's going to get past you. You've got more fuel on, your tyres are in a better state than the Porsches. Just stay true to your race, and don't fret about what Liam's doing. He's on an absolute stint at the moment, but he's going to have to pit before you. And Jim, just stay true, man. Stay true. Even if you have to let him past, do not let him pressure you into a mistake. It's quicker to stay on track than go off. Skyjacker going for a detour around one of the corners, but he's in 4th ahead of Uncle B. Shadow Rider in 6th. Shiren's dropped down. Shiren has had a bit of an off. I believe, because he's dropped a couple of positions down to 8th place. Jokus, he's only 6 seconds behind Shiren, and this race is lively. We've only got 15 minutes left, and oh my God, Pat's had an off. Pat is had an off. He's on the start straight. Oh my word, lovely little turnaround though, Pat. Well done, super stuff. So Pat has dropped down to 9th there in the final corner. Pushed it too hard. Homesick Alien 9 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim still ahead of Liam. Do not let him push you, Jim. Come on, my friend, you can do this. Liam Anfield has to pit before you. His fuel is running out rapidly, and so is the Aliens. Jim on a better strategy at the moment. He'll be on fresher tyres come the end of the race. Oh, Jim. Skyjacker then in 4th place. He's 10 seconds behind Liam Anfield. And you've got Shadow Rider and Uncle B having an absolute corker here. Uncle B trying to defend from Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider's tyres are fresher. He's coming through. He was one of the last to stop. And his tyres are absolutely sticky as you like as he tries to make the moves. Coming down into Sterling's. Quick look at the map. Cheating. And Shadow Rider is up. Liam Anfield's gone in. See Jim. Jim. So Liam has come back into the pits to get a change of tyres and some more fuel. Homesick Alien. So that'll be Liam trying to do the undercut right now. This will be Liam trying to get in, get his fuel on, get super softs on. He started on the soft, so he's used the 2 compounds, and now he's going for it. He's going to be going balls out to try and get the undercut on Homesick Alien. He's some 32 seconds behind. And it's only sort of about 20 seconds for a pit stop, so he's got a big job to do. Homesick Alien, he's just got to drive that car. Jim, though, Jim's got more fuel than those guys. The tyres are looking good. He hasn't used the soft tyres yet, but we got 13 minutes to go, my friend. Skyjacker there is up into 3rd place. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. Super soft tyres. It's all to play for still here at the Brands Hatch GP for GTMC round 5, and it's going an absolute corker at the moment. Shadow Rider in 4th. He was one of the latest to pit, so he can go a little further. His tyres are going to be absolutely fresh before his fuel runs out. And there goes Homesick. He's seeing off Liam Anfield. He's noticed Liam Anfield pitting. Jim back into the lead of this race, and that fills me with great warmth. And obviously Jim will have to pit. He scares me, Jim, into paddock. Don't go so fast. So Jim retakes the lead of this race. Skyjacker in 2nd. Homesick Alien is out ahead of Shadow Rider, but Shadow Rider's going to be right on the case of Homesick Alien. There's nothing in it between them, and Liam Anfield, he'll be absolutely screwing out there. He thought he had a strategy to get himself closer to the Alien, and the Alien absolutely did just what Liam Anfield did. Came in a bit later, not to let Liam Anfield get that fast lap on those super softs. Jokus is now up into 6th, but his tyres are absolutely cooked. His fuel is low. Turtle also, tyres not great, but loads of fuel. Uncle B has pitted, and he's trying to make his way past the BMW up the inside in Druids, and that is textbook. Beautiful stuff there from the BWT Subaru driver, brand new. Turtle then in 8th place. Now, after Uncle B, Darren gets past Shiren in 9th on the super softs on his outlap. And he's got a couple of people to pit stop in front of him, so that'll be a couple of places. 10th for Pat. He's also on his outlap. Ranger is very close behind him. He's got plenty of fuel on board. I don't know if he can go all the way to the end. Electric's come in for a 2nd stop, whilst his teammate leads by 12 seconds. And when will he pit? I don't think there's enough fuel there for him to get to the end, and he hasn't used the soft tyres yet. Skyjacker has come into the pits. Homesick Alien then up into 2nd. Shadow Rider in 3rd. I'm rooting for Shadow as well. Come on, Shadow. He's going to have to pit, though. That fuel is pretty low. Liam Anfield and Homesick have both got 3/4 of a tank. We'll see Skyjacker what sort of fuel he's going to put in as he comes out to the track. 3/4 of a tank they need. Oh my word. And Jim, is what the question is for Jim is when to pit. and he's 12 seconds ahead, 13 seconds ahead of Shadow Rider, but Shadow Rider's got a pit as well. Liam Anfield 18, it's very tight, he might lose the position to Liam Anfield, but third place is still better than nothing for Jim, and his tyres are going to be fresher, remember, come the end of the race. So he might stay out there for a bit longer, but his lap time, oh no, 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 oh no. So Homesick Alien then, he's coming around, he's going to see Jim, he's gone past, oh, Jim, and there goes a Shadow Rider, oh, Jim, and Liam Anfield is up into third place, and Jim, oh. So Skyjacker still 30 seconds behind Jim. Jim still has time to come in. Shadow Rider's come into the pits. If Jim slings it in as well, he's coming in. Yes, come on, that's a good move. That's a good move. There's a podium still in the grabs here, Jimbo. So Homesick Alien takes the lead of this race. And we've got coming up to 9 minutes left of racing with Liam Anfield in second place. The two championship leaders are right there. Oh my word, this championship's going to go all the way to the final round, I am sure. Skyjacker up into third, the Nissan still scoring well for the manufacturers. Shadow Rider out of the pits. Uncle B Darren has got himself ahead of Jim. Jim's back out in seventh, oh my word. Oh, he still could do something here though. He's only 2.5 seconds behind the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin did 23.8 is the last time around. But his lap times have been quite inconsistent there for the Aston Martin. So there's still opportunities for Jim here yet. And oh, I'm good. I won't lie. Homesick, not for Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien, this is great for his championship. This is fantastic stuff for the Alien at the moment. You probably would prefer someone else to be in second, but it's unfortunate for him. Liam Anfield is going to score the next best on track. And Skyjacker there also scoring well. And I think he was tied with Shiren, and Shiren struggling at the moment. And Jim has just got to get his head down for the next 7 minutes in that Ferrari. And Shiren, like I said, he's just done his fastest lap of the race at 23.3. But his lap times have been inconsistent this evening. The Russian sensation and the Aston Martin not quite getting on with Brands Hatch in that Group 3 car. Uncle B Darren, those tyres will probably wear out before the end of the race because that Subaru is out again. That Subaru is chewing through its tyres, and if these two catch each other up, if Shiren catches up Uncle B Darren, that will play into Jim's hands as well. That'll be very helpful. Skyjacker, he's just done his fastest lap of the race at 22.9. He's 13 seconds shy of Liam Anfield. Shadow Rider's only 2.3 seconds behind on the faster tyre. They're a little fresher than Skyjacker's. So Shadow Rider's got to dig deep. He might be able to get a podium here as Homesick Alien drifts off into the distance here. He has done an absolute corker, has the Alien, in the blue and black Nissan. Super stuff. Liam Anfield in second, and he still hasn't dented up the back of that Porsche, so it's you know, someone will have to go and kick it in the pit lane just to make it match. Skyjacker, oh, there's a yellow flag, let's have a look. It's Electric's had a bit of an issue. That gives Ranger a position up into 11th. Pat's on the tail of his teammate Turtle. This is interesting. Inter-team racing here between Turtle and Pat for 9th and 10th place. Turtle will be wanting to finish ahead of his teammate. Did a 24.9 his last time around. Pat doing a 26.4. So I'm assuming Turtle's just got past Pat, possibly, with those sort of lap times. So Turtle moving up into 9th. They are 8 seconds behind the Jaguar of Jokers, who's 9 seconds behind Jim. He's done a 23.3, a great lap time. Shiren did a 23.4, but now he's racing Uncle B, Darren, who did a 24.4. And this is where Jim might find a lot of time on these guys if they battle it out for 5th and 6th. Shiren and Uncle B have met each other on track. And this is the situation that Jim needs to try and catch up these guys and possibly get a move on them, because his tyres are a lot fresher than these two. Shiren's going for the outside of Paddock Hill Bend. That's a brave move, but he backs out of it and then tries to go up the inside for Druids. It looks like he's got a good run on the Subaru, and Shiren looks like he's getting the inside line on Uncle B, and Shiren is up into 5th. The Russian sensation, never count him out. Never count him out, because he's always there, Mr. Consistent. So Shiren up into 5th. Uncle B struggling with those tyres, so Jim has just got to keep... Oh, that's a lovely shot, the two Ferraris together. Even though Electric is a lap down, it still looks like Electric's really struggling on this lap. I don't know if he's got some issues in that car, but Jim will be kicking himself, but I don't think he's got any reason to whatsoever. So Homesick Alien 7.4 seconds ahead of Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield did a 23.9 his last time around. This time around, he's going to post himself a 24.078. Homesick Alien did a 24.5. And yeah, I think Liam's going to have to find a little bit more pace than that to try and catch up the Alien. Skyjacker's 12 seconds behind Liam Anfield. He's pulled a second out on Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider crossing the line at 24.7 that lap. And Skyjacker was a second faster. Shiren, 8 seconds adrift of Shadow Rider. He's pulling away from Uncle B. Uncle B, I think, has cooked his tyres, and that has to be good for Jim. Jim did a 24.3 his last time around. Uncle B did a 25. Oh no, Jim's had a bit of an off in Paddock Hill, and it's got worse for Jim. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jim. So Homesick Alien then, bringing her home. 3 minutes left of racing for Homesick Alien to see that checkered flag and get another win in the GTMC. Liam Anfield in second place. Skyjacker in third, Shadow Rider in fourth. Great results for the Porsches and the Nissans in this race. The Aston Martin of Shiren doing absolutely corking stuff there. Uncle B trying to stay with him. Jim's maintained that 7th spot even though he had an off, but Joker's getting awfully close now. Only 2.3 seconds away with 2.5 minutes left of racing. Come on, Jim, don't push. Calm down, my friend, calm down. And there is Homesick Alien further down then. Joker's in 8th. Pat's got himself back ahead of Turtle. These BMWs absolutely corking racing. Let's get on board with Turtle as he chases his teammate around the Brands Hatch circuit. Oh, Pat having a bit of an off, but he fights the car back onto the track, maintains position. Ranger is some 14 seconds behind him in his Mercedes. And there's a yellow flag up ahead. I'm guessing that's Electric, because Electric seems to be having some steering problems at the moment. And the yellow flag has gone away. And Turtle staying right on the back of Pat, very close through Paddock Hill Bend as they head up towards Druids. It's a very tight corner. When your tyres are starting to go away, that one can be real tricky. Down to Graham Hill Bend now, along Cooper Straight. Heading towards Surtees. Very tight corner also. And Turtle staying quite close to Pat, looking to get a move. There's only 1 minute left of racing here. And then BMW's looking absolutely lovely here at Brands Hatch. And what a beautiful race we've been blessed with. So Homesick Alien leading the way, 6.4 seconds. He's just bringing that bad boy home now with 40 seconds left on the clock. Liam Anfield pushing pushing with all his might to try and catch up. The Nissan Skyjacker rounding out the podium, 6 seconds ahead of Shadow Rider. And then we've got, their fuel will last. What am I talking about? There's 24 seconds on the clock. Uncle B Darren couldn't keep up with Shiren. Those tyres just chewing away. And Jim, 5.6 seconds behind at the moment. There's 13 seconds on the clock. 4 seconds. It might be Electric crossing the line first as the timer runs out, and Electric finishes in 12th. Electric finishes in 12th. We go back to Homesick Alien coming around the final corner to take the win of Race 2 in his Nissan Super Stuff from the Alien, and he extends his lead in the championship from Liam Anfield in second place, and the second Nissan's coming home around the final corner in third place. Rounding out your podium, take a boo, my son. Well done, Skyjacker. Shadow Rider, a great finish there in fourth place, doing a super strategy. Barely any fuel left on board, but great fourth. Shiren bringing her home in fifth place. Aston Martin, Mr. Consistent, still keeping himself in the shout of the championship. Uncle B Darren, no tyres left, but in sixth place for the Subaru after his win in the sprint. Jim comes home in seventh. Oh, it's a good race still for Jim. Seventh place I'd take any day of the week at Brands Hatch. Eighth place for Jokers. Pat staying ahead of Turtle in ninth. Ranger's already finished in 11th place. And Pat, is he going to stay ahead of his teammate as they come up to the end of the lap? And he's doing okay, don't go wide. And their car 4 just ahead of Turtle. And it's a beautiful... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, look at that. They staged that. 9th and 10th for Turtle, the BMWs. And that was a gorgeous race. Thank you very much. And did they give... Oh, Homesick gets a trophy. Look at that. Biased. But well done, Homesick Alien, showing us his trophy and his reef. Brilliant stuff. Ooh. And now we can all take a breath and calm down a little bit. That was all a little bit manic. And Brands Hatch is an absolute magnificent track and kicks up some beautiful racing. So well done, Homesick Alien, your winner today, ahead of Liam Anfield in the Porsche, with Skyjacker coming home in third place. Shadow Rider, a fantastic, might be his highest finish this season, in fourth place, with Shiren in fifth, Uncle B Darren in sixth, and Jim coming home in seventh. 8th for Jokers, 9th for Pat, 10th for Turtle, 11th Ranger, and Electric getting 12th. I don't know if the other guys, they didn't make it to the end now. It seems to have put Simon there, but behind Rido, but I don't know why. But yes, that is your final results, pending any stewards. And what a race, what a treat we had. In the chat then, Mama Homesick saying, you absolutely smashed it. Well done, Homesick. Mama Homesick saying, well done, Skyjacker. What were you saying about the Nissan's thingy? I know. What can I say? I didn't think they'd perform well here. I honestly didn't think this was going to be their track, but how wrong I was. They proved me clearly very wrong. My word, what a race. Fantastic stuff. Huge commiserations to Jim. Oh, Jimbo. I was rooting for you, man. I thought the Ferrari was going to do okay here. Right then, to business. That is... Oh, and Homesick Alien got the fastest lap with a 22.952. Now, tomorrow on YouTube, here, right in this place here where you are, looking at the same screen, we will be racing with the Megane, Renault Meganes. Are they the trophies? They might be Megane trophies for a 15-minute sprint race. And then we'll be moving on to the Super Formula race, 1 hour of racing in those cheeky little Super Formula cars. And they kick up some interesting races indeed. After that, I think we're going to see the end, the penultimate, the conclusion to our 1v1 tournament. It's been going on for a while now. We started with 16 cars and we've whittled it down to the last two. And Koi Carp and Homesick Alien will be battling it out after the Super Formulas. Don't ask me what time that's going to be. About 10 o'clock at night. They're both going to be tired. Homesick Aliens are going to be 2 races in. Koi Carp will be nice and fresh. So it's going to be interesting in the Cobras. Shelby Cobras at Goodwood for a 3-race showdown. And that is going to be your Friday evening's entertainment. And then on Sunday, we see the debutant of the VW Beetle race, 60 minutes in the new VW Beetles. And that, who knows? Because it's a new season, we don't know what it'll look like. But we're hoping it's going to be absolutely blinding. Then next Tuesday, we've got round 8 of the Super GTs. Anton Poika is absolutely blazing that season, that Super GT season. So watch again to see if anyone can get ahead of Anton Poika, our own, very own Flying Finn. And then we're back here again Thursday for round 6 of the GTMC, which will be held at, I should have told you what all the tracks are, Nürburgring on Thursday. They'll be driving around the German track, so bring a pillow. So I'm sure it's going to be good. It's just not my favourite track. So let's see if I can go through what tracks are what. The Super Formulas will be first. So the Super Formulas will be racing at it's the streets of Tokyo. So that'll be interesting. Tokyo Expressway with the Renault Megans and the Super Formulas. Then we'll be on the same night at Goodwood. Then the Super GTs are at Le Mans on Tuesday or Sunday night. I think it's Lago Maggiore for the V-Dubs. I'll check. It is, yes, Lago Maggiore GP for the V-Dubs on Sunday evening. If any of these tracks grab your fancy. And then, yes, back on Thursday for Nürburgring. It's the GP track, Nürburgring GP. For GTMC. So in the chat, Darren saying any reserves for McGann and for I'm in PKS. Skyjacker said didn't expect 2 podiums tonight. Well done, Skyjacker. And Homesick saying Lakes, lol. So well done to all you guys. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Seymour Butts. Thank you for joining us, and see you tomorrow, hopefully, for some more fantastic racing. Thank you for joining us. Peace and love. Peace and love.